Hey everybody, welcome back to the K2N Online School. We're back here on YouTube to give you guys another quick tip to help you with your paddle stroke. Today we're going to be talking about maintaining the power triangle throughout the paddle stroke and cues to remember to hold this position throughout the stroke. We talk about this in great detail on our website on our online school program. Being successful at the paddle stroke is not solely hinged on your overall strength, but taking full advantage of the leverages that are in place from your paddle and using your body properly. Using your leverages to your advantage will allow you to produce more force using less energy, which is going to make your stroke much more efficient. My favorite example of using leverages to produce more force is using the tug of war at the Museum of Science and Industry here in Tampa, Florida. This tug of war is set up to give one side of the rope a tremendous leverage advantage. Going to the museum, I have seen little 5 or 6-year-old girls with one hand pulling on this side, and their big burly father is on the other side that has a leverage disadvantage. So 200-pound dad is pulling with all of his force and 40-pound daughter is pulling with one hand and dragging him across the floor. How is this possible? How can a small child defeat a full-grown man? Leverage is everything in this example. With the tug of war, the leverages are already predefined and you're not able to change them throughout the movement. It makes it easy to transfer that energy by simply pulling. With the paddle stroke, as you start the stroke, go through the stroke, and complete the stroke, these leverages can change at any given moment. Because our body is able to move freely, you can have good leverages, then poor leverages immediately. Talking about power triangles sets us up to create leverages, maintain those leverages, and allow us to move the boat more effectively and keep yourself on the stronger side of this tug of war analogy. So looking at the power triangle is the spacing between my hand and my body. So this opening here creates a triangle, and the larger that this triangle is, the bigger our power transfer will be. An example of a smaller power triangle is if I bend both of my elbows, and this opening here is much smaller. So my leverages with the paddle and with my body are less than having a larger power triangle. The same thing with the kayak stroke, right? So as we're setting up, we're rotating in, bottom arm is fully extended, top hand is out in front, and this opening here defines the amount of power that we're able to transfer. What will happen is as the stroke completes, as the blades goes into the water, the most common mistake that we're going to see with this power triangle is not maintaining the shape throughout the stroke. So as the blade goes into the water, paddlers will bend at the bottom elbow and the power triangle itself will collapse, right? My spacing here will get smaller and smaller as my hands travel towards me. The cue that we want to remember is paddling is not playing the accordion. I saw this tip on Facebook and it really spoke to me, right? So I've been trying to use it with the people that I coach in don't play the accordion. So with the accordion, you open it and close it, you stretch and compress and stretch and compress. When we are taking paddle strokes, we do not want to stretch and compress, stretch and compress. Having good leverages at the front means nothing if we immediately collapse those leverages, right? Many paddlers will be like, whoa, I got great power triangle, I'm in a good position, and then as they complete the stroke, this paddle gets closer to them. What we want to think about is as the blade goes into the water, the spacing between the shaft and your sternum should be maintained throughout the rest of the stroke. If this spacing collapses, we are playing the accordion, right? We're stretching and pulling and stretching and pulling. With this stroke, by rotating the body, by creating downward forces, by keeping the arm straight, as I complete this stroke, I can get to the exit and the spacing between my sternum and the paddle shaft is the same as it was at the front. The connection with the water and maintaining the leverages with the paddle through completion of the stroke is optimal as the space is maintained. The moment this spacing is broken for whatever reason, your connection with the water is also compromised. Because our arms and shoulders can move so freely, there are 1,000 different ways to subtly break the power triangle and play the accordion. What you want to think about is as you start the stroke, maintain the space to the end of the stroke. So you really need to lock on to what position are you in as your blade leaves the water. Maintaining this distance is only important as the blade is in the water. The moment that the blade leaves the water, now you can start to break a lot of these shapes because the blade is in the air. You are not under resistance or load and you're not moving the boat anymore. You're just trying to reset for the next stroke. We are only judged on this distance as the blade interacts with the water. So if you exit soon, right, that's fine. This can start drifting towards you. If you exit very late in the stroke, as long as this is maintained, you are maximizing your leverages. If you watch video of yourself, you will be very surprised how simple it is for this shaft to travel closer to you throughout your stroke without you realizing it. If you need an assessment, if you would like a video review, you can go onto our website, you can get that information, and we can get a video review back to you within the same day of your footage being sent. So be on the right side of that tug of war. Don't play the accordion and maximize your leverages through the water by maintaining your power triangle and create space between the sternum and the shaft and keep that spacing as you complete the stroke. That's our quick tip for the week, and we'll see you next week. If there's any topics that you would like to see dissected or broken down, please message us, leave us a comment, like, subscribe. Everything helps us build this YouTube page. Check out our online program. We have 200 videos available with a subscription monthly. You can cancel anytime. Thank you guys so much for supporting us, and we'll see you next week.